17 cheap products to buy before they skyrocket in price after the economy collapses. Have you ever thought about what would happen to the world if the economy fell apart? It's not easily possible, but it's certainly not impossible either. When an economy falls apart, the prices of goods and services go through the roof. This makes it hard to buy even the most basic things. Yet there are some things you can stock up on now while they're still cheap and might come in handy if the economy ever crashes. Today, in this video, we'll show you 17 cheap items that you might want to buy now before they get too expensive to buy. So keep watching to find out what you should stock up on in case the worst happens. Seeds. It's smart to stock up on seeds in case of economic collapse, as they'll give a reliable food supply, won't break the bank, may be bartered for other goods, and will increase in value over time. Because of the potential scarcity of food supplies in the aftermath of a collapsed economy, many people are turning to gardening as a means of survival. On top of that, seeds may be bought for a few dollars or less and have the potential as a bartering commodity. Duct tape. You can use duct tape to patch up or temporarily seal off damaged objects or buildings. Duct tape is a useful tool to have on hand in case of an emergency or natural disaster when you may need to rapidly fix something like a leak or cover a broken window. Duct tape is useful for protecting and securing things during emergency relocation or storage. Duct tape, however seemingly trivial, is actually quite useful for making makeshift fixes and restoring calm in an emergency. Canned goods. Canned goods such as fruits, vegetables, and soups have a lengthy shelf life and can contain necessary nutrients. Canned products can be a life-saving source of nutrition in the event of an economic collapse when fresh produce may be scarce. You may save money and make sure you and your family will have enough to eat in the event of an emergency if you stock up on canned goods now. Batteries. There is a risk that supply chain disruptions and rising demand will lead to a shortage of batteries or drive up their price. Flashlights, radios, and other forms of communication equipment require batteries in the event of an emergency. Buying extra batteries in advance of a potential economic collapse is a sensible precaution to take, as it will give you and your loved ones more time to gather supplies in the event of an unexpected power outage. Medication. If the economy were to collapse, people would likely lose or have trouble obtaining access to regular medical care and prescription medications. You may also make sure you always have access to medications that you need to treat illnesses, manage chronic conditions, and reduce pain and other uncomfortable symptoms. Some people's lives may depend on this, such as those who have serious illnesses or who take medications prescribed by a doctor. Tupperware. When the economy is bad, fewer people choose to dine out. As an alternative, many choose cooking at home. A storage solution still required, though. Tupperware is perfect for this purpose. Although many businesses suffered during the global financial crisis of 2008 and 2009, Tupperware was one of the few that thrived. Tupperware was a bestseller after the recession caused by the pandemic when people stopped going out to restaurants because they were worried about their health. Zip ties. After a downturn, zip ties have several applications. They're handy for locking down buildings and preventing unwanted visitors from gaining entry, keeping things neat and tidy in the office, and fixing up anything that's been broken. They also can be used to construct impromptu shelters and secure loose goods to prevent injury or damage in case of an emergency, such as the occurrence of a natural catastrophe. The versatility and low cost of zip ties make them useful in many contexts, especially in times of economic upheaval. Aluminum foil. Aluminum foil can be a valuable commodity during an economic collapse due to its versatility and practical use. It has many purposes including food storage, cooking, insulation, and industrial applications. Aluminum foil can assist in preserving and storing food, regulate temperature, and support the fabrication of electronic components in times of scarcity or limited access to other resources. Plastic sheeting. Imagine a world where resources are scarce and traditional solutions are costly or unavailable. In this challenging time, plastic sheeting can be a saving grace. Versatile and durable, it can provide shelter, protect crops, store water, and maintain hygiene. It's a good idea to stock up on this necessary item and be prepared for anything. Hand tools. During and after an economic collapse, hand tools prove essential. They have a wide variety of practical applications, including, but not limited to, fixing broken goods, doing home improvement projects, and building things. A person's ability to save money, earn a living, and finish necessary activities with hand tools is an invaluable resource in times of economic turmoil. First aid. Access to medical care may be restricted during an economic downturn. In these situations, first aid skills and supplies become critical, potentially saving lives. Bandages and antiseptics, for example, can help prevent infections and treat injuries. Nonetheless, it is critical to remember that for serious injuries or diseases, professional medical attention is always the best course of action. Soap. During an economic collapse, access to basic hygiene products like soap can become limited or expensive. However, keeping hands and surfaces clean is crucial for preventing the spread of disease. Therefore, having extra soap on hand can be a valuable resource during times of economic uncertainty. Ziploc bag. Ziploc bags may appear to be a minor convenience, but they can become a significant resource during an economic downturn. They can be used to store food, keep medicine fresh, and keep crucial documents dry. Ziploc bags are also good for bartering because they are versatile items that may be utilized in a variety of scenarios. Vitamins. Access to nutritious food may be limited during an economic collapse. This might result in vitamin and mineral shortages, which can have major health repercussions. Individuals can help guarantee they are achieving their nutritional needs even in times of economic instability by stocking up on vitamins such as vitamin C, D, and multivitamins. Vitamins are essential for a strong immune system, clear vision, and overall health. While vitamins should not be used in place of a nutritious diet, they can be useful in sustaining good health and through difficult circumstances. Lighter. Even something as seemingly inconsequential as a lighter can become extremely important in the event of widespread economic crisis. In situations where there is insufficient access to gas or electricity, a lighter can be used to kindle fires for cooking and warmth. Because of this, it could be a good idea to build up a supply of lighters before the economy completely collapses. Rubber bands. Rubber bands might appear to be a trivial and unimportant item, but in the event of a global economic crisis, these bands can prove to be of great assistance. They are versatile and can be put to a number of different uses, such as securing sacks of food or constructing homemade slingshots for one's own personal protection. So it may be a prudent strategy to stock up on them before an economic collapse occurs. Candles. Candles might appear to be a non-essential item, but in the event of a widespread economic collapse, they might become extremely valuable. Candles can be used as a source of light and heat in situations when power is not readily available. They can also be used in the kitchen, and some people even use them to ward off insects. Moreover, candles can be used as a form of currency or trade. Candles are typically more long-lasting and need a smaller amount of resources to utilize than other types of light sources, such as flashlights and batteries. Consequently, it may be a good idea to build up a supply of candles in preparation for a possible collapse of the economy. In the end, it's important to be ready for the collapse of the economy by buying certain necessities before their prices go through the roof. We hope that this list of 17 products that are cheap was helpful. Remember, being ready is the key to staying alive in an emergency. Thanks for watching.